What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play ICO. In the last episode, man, did we cover a lot of ground and a lot of verticality. We kept going up and down and all over the place just to get through two really big rooms. But we made it, even though we had to fight a lot of shadow monsters along the way. Sorry about breaking your arm right there, Yorda. Let's continue. We've got a lot more ground to cover today because, if you take a look, we are actually heading to the far side of the castle. Yes, there's an entire wing over here, and this is a very important area that we're about to go to. The castle is, in a lot of ways, very symmetrical, and it has one of these on each side. These pertain to the mechanisms that allow us to reopen the gate again, as you will see it do in this episode. But we've got quite a bit to do to actually activate that thing, so hang tight. But it's not the only big event that's going to happen today, I promise you, because there is another really important thing about this area we're heading into that you should see in due time. But for now, let's just head on through. I love being able to go through a whole area unaccosted. And look at the cliffs on the other side, man. It's so tantalizingly close. I love how startled he is. Like, what? Yes, she's eager to go into this next room. There must be a reason for that. Now notice there are a bunch of sticks here. Now, as we have seen before in the room with the chandelier, when there's a bunch of sticks, that means there's fire. It doesn't mean that you need more weapons for whatever reason. It's not like your stick's going to break. You need them just in case you ever need to light fire and for some reason don't have your stick on hand, which can happen. It's not very common, but it can happen. I'm going to call her up here and let her kind of climb the ladder on her own. The other thing the cutscene pointed out is that right there. Can you tell what that is? It's pretty obvious, I feel like, but if you can't tell what it is because it looks too low res or whatever, that is a sword, and that is going to come in handy in this room. Now, let's go around and see what we've got here. So we've got a couple of sconces. We've got, which those might not look like sconces, but trust me, they are. We've got a couple mechanisms here, some ropes, closed door, all manner of things going on in this room. So it's good to take stock of it, but, and are you going to come up here? I called you. Come on up. It's not like I can tug her up the ladder anyway. She has to climb up here of her own volition. Now this one right here, that door is open, so we are going to be heading on through there with her help. But we can't do that immediately because, yes, these guys are here. We took out a whole bunch of them with one swing right there, though, so that's good. I'm just going to keep timing my swings here to take these guys out. Oh, come on. I can't believe I missed that one. There you go, right in the face. How's that feel? All right, and was that enough of that situation? I suppose it was. Okay. Now would be a good time to save on the couch if you so desire. I am not going to because none of this is stuff that I would consider, that we're about to do, I would consider life-threatening, but it can be a little bit frustrating. So head on down here. First things first. And we are going to call her. So let her come down the ladder. And then what I am going to do is I am going to simply hold out my hand. I don't know if I need to. She might be able to get up here on her own. Come on, Yorda. Oh, no, yeah, I do. Had to let her get down first before ICO was willing to bend down and give her a hand. There we go. And with the weight of both of us, we can actually depress that switch. And here comes the mechanic. Sort of. Right now, it's just stairs. But it is going to be a little bit more apparent as to what we're supposed to do here in a second. Also, yes, we have more of these guys to fight off, which is fine. And the game is kind of throwing these at us because it knows that we are still at our weakest, and it wants to basically just give us... It basically just wants to test us as much as it can before things actually get ridiculously easy here soon, if you can believe it. Because, yes, we are about to have something that's going to allow these fights to get a lot shorter, a lot faster. Although that's not to say they're all going to be short, because there are certain fights in this game that they are going to throw so many of these portal monsters at you, it gets kind of ridiculous. But now let's head on up, especially because the music stopped. Oh, we got a big guy here. Hold on. Here, yeah, I'm just going to beat up on you for a moment. Oh, you jerk. Come on over here. Yeah, that's right. Good job, Yorda. Lead him closer to the portal if you can. I always, there's so much, I don't know why it feels so much safer to me there, aside from just the ease of being able to rescue her. It's just like, there's something about it, like kiting them around that spot that just always like, oh, I've got security here, unless I'm like really far away, and then it's like, no, it's all over. Okay, so like I said, these are sconces. There is nothing the game indicates that tells you that these are sconces. I am telling you now, they are sconces. Trust me on that. Because, yes, you need to light these things. If you don't know to do that, you're going to be stuck in this room for a super long time. That is absolutely something that happened to me my first time I played through this game. I was just staring at this going, what the heck is going on? Really, the only clue you have is that fire exists in this room. Now, I'm going to leave Yorda here. She does not need to come with me. We're going to head outside. As much as I would like for her to see all of the beauty and the greenery out here, there is absolutely no reason for her to follow us aside from the fact that there is a couch. Again, I am not going to save on that. The other couch is more than fine enough for me. Now, you might notice, as we head up to this thing, that this has a thing that we can actually push. Now, we can't push it without Yorda's help, but guess what? We don't even need to right now, so don't worry about it. Just leave it be. Instead, our only concern is going up this ladder into the upper levels of that previous room. Now, shadow monsters will spawn in that previous room if you're not quick, so keep that in mind. You don't want to hang out there too long if you've left her. Just go over here and pull the switch immediately. And in doing so, you got, yes, 2 more sconces. Okay. Now, thankfully, they put a little torch right here for us to grab, so let's do that. Make sure you don't swing your stick, otherwise that's going to put the fire out. And we're just going to run over here and light the next 2, which, just like the last door, should open it right up. But more than that, the sword is now free. And that is a game changer, everybody. Okay, let's go get our girl. So head on over this way. I'm actually just going to bring her with me because just kind of letting her go on her own, it's just a bit slow. There you are. Sorry for leaving you. I know you probably wanted more fresh air. Hopefully the window was enough, but it probably wasn't. And I feel bad. I really do feel bad. I don't want to, pretend I understand, anything about what she's thinking right now, because who knows how long she's been in that cage. She's also otherworldly, so it genuinely could have been, a week. But at the same time, like she was born and then put in there for, a week, and she already looks like this. She also could have been in there for, the entire 14 years of her life or whatever, how old she is. I don't know. I still don't presume how old these characters are exactly supposed to be. I've just always been under the impression that she is slightly meant to look slightly older. I did not mean to do that. Instead, I want to pick up the sword because now we can put this to use. All right, we are caged in. We can't go anywhere. What the heck do we do? Well, just watch. Now that we have a sword, we could do something really amazing, and that's called cutting things. Yes, I know. Revolutionary. Okay, there's one. And we're going to head to the other side, and we're going to cut the other. And that's going to drop the cage again. So we can now make our way through the rest of the room. I also pointed out a rope earlier. That is also going to need to be cut. So let's do that. Beautiful. So now, hop down here. And are we going to have to fight anything in here? Doesn't look like we're going to have to yet, which is probably a good thing, although that might happen as soon as I cut this rope up here. So for this one, we're going to do kind of a jumping swing. There we go. And that, for some reason, that looks like it's going to drop this big stone thing here, but no, it's actually what opens up the door. It's very weird. Very weird for me. I don't know what that stone thing is even doing there then. It doesn't seem like a counterweight. If it was a counterweight, it would have dropped when the rope was cut. Am I crazy? I feel like that's pretty obvious. Okay. Now, this is probably the most frustrating room out of everything here if you're not perfectly used to the platforming, because it can get a little bit silly. Now, there's no danger of getting in a fight here. Room's too cramped, no space for portals to form. We're fine. The problem with this is the water here. So, obviously, if you so much as fall down, at all, you're going to slide all the way to the bottom. Okay? This can be done in several ways. If ICO misses a jump, he is always going to fall down another extra ledge. So you want to get as close to the edge as you possibly can, pull him up, and you want to make sure you never overstep the ledge or that will drop him too. Another rule, and I'm actually going to drop back down but just because I wanted to kind of use that to demonstrate. Another rule is that even if you are dangling from a ledge, if his feet so much as touch the water, touch the ground there, he will get pulled into it. So, and that is, no, that was the one I want to go to. So yeah, so you don't want to ever be too low, which actually there's a point coming up here towards the end of the room where that's a very easy thing to do, because this entire floor is kind of sloping upward. it's going to gradually get closer to us even as we climb higher and higher in the room. Although we are eventually going to start to drop down lower just to get across these things. Go about dead center if you can, and then drop down. And then we're going to make our way all the way to the right, but not too far, or else we're going to fall. Okay. See, now we're getting close again. So this is where you don't want to be dangling. That current is apparently a lot stronger than it appears to be. Let's go dead center if we can. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Little janky, but whatever, it worked. And now, we can just get all the way across this thing. This is also a pretty tricky part, too, because if you don't know exactly what you want to be as far to the right as you possibly can, or you will miss it, yes, you need to land on that 4x4 square tile right there. There we go. Okay, now we're clear. All right, so let's head on over this way. What we're going to do is, I guess we're just going to, we're going to go through here. For some reason, I thought there was a lever there. There is not. All right. Like I said, Yorda is totally safe in there, so don't worry about it. We're going to need to jump the gap. Try not to fall there, or you're going to be resetting a lot of progress. That is probably the most dangerous part, but just, again, just be going straight left. And now, we're going to, I should probably do a running jump here. There we go. There's 1, and then 2. And that is going to drop the bridge. Now, as this entire room spirals upward, it's going to start to make a little bit more sense as to what's going on here. Because, yes, we are a whole level above. Now we're going to cut another one. Or miss it entirely. You can't really do the straight-up jump. He just doesn't cut fast enough when you do that. It's also just not a very viable attack tactic in general. There we go. Okay, so that is going to allow us to pass further through the room. But we're going to continue going this way. So now, in this next area, you can hear the water rushing again. So let's pull the lever. And I love the very simple fade-out effect. It's effective enough. It conveys what's supposed to be going on there. All right, now we just need to get down to Yorda and bring her up and cross that bridge together. Do not go across it on your own. That would be dumb. Just bring her with you. I mean, that's kind of the entire reason we got rid of the water in the first place. So, go all the way over here. Actually, do I absolutely need to? I might as well check this just in case. Because, again, she's totally safe in there. Let's see. I guess it's worth checking. No, I guess it is probably totally safe, huh? To bring her in here. Okay, well, that's quite the drop there. There's nothing over here. I guess we should just go get her. All right, let's go get her. Screw it. Never mind then. I just wanted to check, but like I said, I don't think we actually need... I do think we actually need her. So then we can head on through. We can get like kind of one more glimpse of the outside here. I love looking at the cliffs beyond. This whole part right here, just looking at that ledge, there is so much about that gives it gives vibes across all three games. Like Last Guardian, Shadow of the Colossus, they all have spaces that look exactly like that. And it's a lot of fans love to run parallels between the two. I mean, there's literally a spot in Shadow of the Colossus that people call the ICO cliffs, thinking that they're one and the same. Honestly, when you really put them side by side, they don't really line up all that much, aside from just the shapes of like a couple of the cliffs. But a lot of people love to speculate, oh, it's the same spot and the games and blah, 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 blah. And, I just love that people can come to those conclusions and care about the games enough to start forming fan theories around things like that, because I think, that's a large part of what makes these games so special. But at the same time, it's also kind of pointless and really doesn't amount to anything. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, this is why I needed to bring her. There is no indication that this would work if you didn't have her, but yes, you do need her. I guess the only clue you'd have is that across the way, there is this here. So, one at a time, we're going to stop with each platform to activate them. There we go. And here we should be able to do this, and that last lever right there should be what opens up the final door, and then we can finally save. Oh no, it just opens sconces. Well, I'm gonna have to put my sword down for a moment. Gosh dang it. That's fine. All right, come with me. We're gonna go activate this thing. So this one you just step on. I like how it's not... It's really weird that there is an actual automatic elevator in this game, like, at all, because everything else is so very obviously mechanical that almost feels like like breaking the lore of the game to me. I could not see my stick. It was like perfectly blended into the floor. All right, there we go. So now let's light the stick, and we're going to go then set up the other 2 sconces, and this should finally take care of everything that we've been working on. All right, and there we go. And so not only do we see that one half of the gate is activated, we also see the way to go next. But make sure before you leave this area, you get your sword again. Don't worry, the game will give you another opportunity to have it, but you are going to want this, like, immediate... Yorda, where did you go? What are you doing up there? Get down from there, you absolute silly goose. Yeah, so you will get another opportunity to get the sword, but just take this one. Trust me, you're going to want it. I promise you. All right, I'm going to save on this couch, and then we're going to call this an episode, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. We accomplished quite a bit today. That was a pretty long puzzle, but I feel like it was quite a success. And yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys what happens next in this game. So with all that said, thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.